good? What it is, man? This is Karen. This thing was 21 days. This is TV with transparent pain and heal with a purpose. On my 21 days, the 21 days of smoothies and smile with GQ. You know, something I found my first video. I found my old video from when I first started it 2 years ago. And I wasn't a smoothie person. Like, it wasn't me, you know. If I didn't grow up on it, I was a very picky eater, you know. You can't force nobody. I know people want to force. You can't force the children to eat some shit they don't want to eat. Drink something they don't want to drink. But I'm grateful that I started because I started to see different results in my life, you know. I started to learn truly in my healing why it was important for me to change my mind, to take a negative outcome and for it to be positive. I used to think I was always positive, but what I looked at with healing, it wasn't that I was always positive. I got through what I needed to get through, but now I have the tools to really get through any and everything, regardless of how life gets for me. And I've always poured into other people, like even as a little girl, you know, poured into other people, had no idea what they were going through. I always wanted to assist people in some type of way. I was like the big little sister or the little big sister, depending on who was around me, you know. Started mothering people and learned how to mother at 8. And so when I really look back on my Divine 32, when I look back on the fact, like, I overcame some shit that I know was sent to destroy me, that was sent to fuck up my peace, that was sent to fuck up my life, that was sent to cause so much chaos in my life. And I learned how to finally fucking take all that shit that was sent my way and to keep transferring my motherfucking life. I took all that shit and turned it into something else. I took all that shit and I showed the next person that regardless of what you may know, what you may have heard, you have no idea who I am. I'm not those things. I have recreated my life and I am me. And whether you're in my life or not, if you have had a chance to be in my life, whether I was healed or I wasn't healed, I know as much as I did, you know, I attempted to do right by people. But I also know I've had my wrong times too, you know, shit. I'm accountable for that. It's some stuff that I look back on in my teenage years and in my early 20s that was not okay. So that's how come I really get to use the game, like we have them type of conversations, you know, and they should be cremated. Anybody that come and talk to me, that shit is cremated. I don't pick no motherfucking phone up, go and tell nobody else your goddamn business, because that's not my place. I know what that feels like, man, to really thinking I'm confiding in somebody and they done went and shared some of my deepest shit with the next person, you know, and that was not okay. What I had to learn I learned how to do the work I needed to do and be quiet. I learned that this is shit that I shouldn't be speaking on with other people. I learned that even in the midst of what I was experiencing, like, I got me. You know, people used to laugh when I used to like, man, you better get you a quake. Back in 2019, I was doing my raps and shit, but I was dead ass serious. You have me or you in your life, your shit gon' change, you know? Because I truly, like, I want my people to win. I want you to win. So, you know, when I've been doing this challenge and shit, when I've been getting through them tests, baby, all them tests, they come. But I'm grateful. Because as I stay here, I done talked to my youngest son. I asked him when he was grateful. My baby said he grateful to play. He grateful to be alive. He grateful to have a home. You know, he grateful for water. He grateful that we got a vehicle. Like, it's so many things that when I really think back on life, when I think on how there are people who really don't have it, and I wish I would fucking complain. I wish I would fix my mouth and talk about some shit that I don't have. I'm going to get it. But let me be present. I remember getting through life, man, and I wasn't present. I wasn't reading like I should have been. Shit was just so hectic. And to see people would rather cause that shit for you. And you know, we transmit your heal with a purpose. The way I've shown up for people, man, and people have shown up for me. But when I've done things from my heart, you know, I didn't like when people shared the stuff that I've done because that was something that was on my heart to assist them regardless of what it was. But I do know that when you do right by people, even when you're going through your own shit, when you make that conscious decision that I ain't looking back, I'm looking forward, I'm going to keep working on me from the inside out because I do this shit. I don't just be talking this shit, goddamn. I really am working on me, you know? And as a life coach, you know, as a baker, as a mother, as a mentor, as a woman. I'm so grateful that I don't pour my all into everybody else like I used to. Because I would do that shit and it would leave me dry. It would leave me drained. And I finally learned how to fill my cup up. I finally learned that no matter how many cups I attempted to fill, I had to make sure that I was filled. I had to make sure that before I poured into anybody else shit, I gotta pour back into myself. I had to, because there's a lot of stuff that wasn't taught, wasn't passed down. There's a lot of stuff that people had no idea about. And I'm not ashamed to say that I had no clue about things. But now I know the shit I know after all these years. I'm accountable. I'm motherfucking teachable, goddamn. I'm in the greatest space in my life because I am still fucking getting through life. But I'm able to be grateful. I'm able to take any fucking thing that I've ever experienced. The fucked up shit. The heartbreaking shit. I'm talking about this. I was so in love one time. For a long time. So I thought I was in love, you know. That shit, when I say the shit broke my heart in a type of way to where it woke me the fuck up. It showed me that I don't give a fuck how much you might pour into a man. I don't give a fuck how much a man might tell you he got your motherfucking back. I don't give a fuck how much a man might tell your ass we in this shit for the long run. Man, you ain't gotta do this and you ain't gotta do that. Your ass better get your ass up and get the shit. Your ass better get up and make your own goddamn money. Your ass better get up and create your own motherfucking business. Your ass better get up and post so much to your motherfucking self that even if that man decides to leave you, you are still fucking whole. You are still full. You don't sit there and wait for the next motherfucker to see you and validate you and appreciate you. A motherfucker might be talking bad about you to the next motherfucker, but might be at home with you telling you something else. The sweet nothings. And you sitting there and you pouring your all into this shit. I need you to know from GQ to you that your motherfucking ass matter. I need you to know that even though that shit might not be what it needs to be right now, I need you to hold your head up. I need you to cry them motherfucking tears. I need you to get in that motherfucking mirror and look at your goddamn self. And you see if you really see you. You see if you really appreciate you. I need you to know that everybody don't get love. Everybody don't. Some people work through that shit. But that was one of my stories where I did get love, you know? And mine went on with somebody else. And you know, it took me a long time to be okay with that shit. But what I realized was shit, that shit was wonderful. That person can finally go and live their life and I can live mine. That's what you're supposed to do. But what I would appreciate with people is, if you know that that's not what you want, let a person know. Don't have a person constantly asking you, what are we? You know, y'all can be married and all that type of shit. But you need to let your person know. You need to have a heart. Because if you don't want two women, and can you take care of both of them? A lot of folks don't. A lot of folks can't. Folks be want to have their fun and shit. But can you take care of both households? You know, it's a lot that come into that. How the fuck are you? It's a lot of men that's not okay mentally. It's a lot of men. I read this post from Ryan Nicole, and that post talked about how, you know, a lot of men battling shit and they are. I'm not gonna even lie. Like, I know a lot of men personally who have battled some things, you know, and I've seen these men transform their life. I know it took my ass to heal because I used to didn't think that a lot of men went through some of the things that, you know, women went through. But they do. It took me to heal. It took me to get love. It took me to go through some of my worst shit to really experience what the fuck it was like. When I say, like, the universe tore that shit away from me because I was so busy pouring to where I wasn't filling my cup. I was so busy giving my all to a person that was taking it and putting it somewhere else. Instead of saying, hey, let me be real with you. What you're saying is really true. And I really can't give you what I know you deserve, but I don't want nobody else to have you. You know, I would rather make you look stupid and make you look crazy, and I'm knowing the shit that I'm telling you. Like, let a motherfucker know what's up. It's a lot of shit I can handle now, you know, but I needed that though. The universe had to force that shit out of my life, and that shit was hurtful because I wanted it to work out, you know. But I am so grateful that it didn't. At 32 years old, because I got my whole life ahead of me, still. That's why I did a lot of dumb shit in my younger years. That's how come you younger ones, y'all in y'all 20s, baby, go and live y'all lives. I know I probably be talking about smoothies and shit, y'all, but this is some real ass raw ass shit. Don't forget who the fuck you are. Don't ever let a motherfucker tear you down and calling you bitches and hoes and telling you that you ain't shit. And you start believing that shit. Don't ever let a motherfucker. Now, depends on who the fuck you are. Some of that shit might be true, depends on who you are. But if you know you ain't rolling like that and all that type of shit, see, this shit stem from our childhoods. It's a lot of shit that we done seen from our motherfucking childhoods that fucked us up. People don't want. I remember telling the gentleman many years ago, before I really just started getting deep in my healing, I was like, your childhood is the reason why you are how you are. It's the reason why you so hardcore, you don't show no motherfucking feelings, you act like you don't give a fuck, but you really do give a fuck. You run through women. I'm talking about you fuck the shit out of them, but you don't love them. Cause I was one of them, shit. And I ain't trying to say that shit, you know, like, sometimes a person be telling you they love you, and it might be. They love just might be different, you know? Everybody ain't gonna provide the same type of love. But being in that space to where I can look back and I know how come that shit didn't work. To not have no hate in my heart. To not seek no fucking revenge. To just go on by my business, man. Live your life. Live your minds, you know? Doing the shit I gotta do. I done took every motherfucking thing that was said, everything that motherfucking done, because it was once upon a time to where we was no good for each other, you know? I don't give a fuck how much we attempted to make that shit work. We weren't right for each other, you know? And sometimes the universe is gonna allow some shit to drag the fuck out of you that you constantly forcing. Stop forcing this shit. Stop, listen. I'm one woman that I know make a difference. It don't matter if it's in my circle, if it's a strangers outside of whoever it is, I know I make a difference. I remember going through shit in my life. Other people didn't know, but I was pouring into them. Have you ever, I'm talking about, you needed that shit for yourself, but you gave it to somebody else. You poured it into them, that was me. That's why I can smile today. I remember a motherfucker, it's a lot of shit I remember, you know? But I'm grateful. I remember a motherfucker picking with me. And I went and got that ass back, you know. Don't mess with me, don't bother nobody, you know. But I remember that it was the disrespect of why I made the decision that I made in 2017, you know. When you feel disrespected, anyway, that's a whole different conversation. But now I'm gonna keep this shit real. It's gonna be a long video. I gotta see if this just gonna Did you open yours and drink it earlier? Okay, so that one near yours, because I haven't drunk mine yet. I've been doing my video, creating new content. But truly being in a space is, I chose me. I had to get left to finally see what I needed to see. See, when you with a person and you loving on them and you doing that type of shit, baby, don't go over there with the other children, okay? There's some stuff that I can't say with young ears and that. Don't have you some fun. Okay, got it? Go down there and take your break. There you go. Woo! But I remember how much dick you suck. You can be the coldest motherfucker sucking this other dick, two-handed that motherfucker, all that type of shit. You can spit on the tip up. You can be cooking and cleaning and washing and all that type of shit. You can be massaging them and want to know about their day and talking to them and all that type of shit. You can be being quiet and minding your business, but that still does not mean that the person that you are with want to be with you. You can do all that shit. Or you into coochie. You might be hella thigh eating pussy or whatever the fuck it is that you do. But you can be into all of that. And while you are into all of that, that does not mean that that person, because we can't force, you know, my 14-year situation, shit, it wasn't a situation. It was one serious, but for those 14 years, my nose was wide open. You couldn't tell me shit. Motherfucker could have been doing some other shit, but you couldn't tell me shit, goddamn, because I was thinking about what I was about. Looking foolish and all the times. That shit funny now when I was going through it, when shit funny about it, goddamn. And you know, I remember having a woman tell me, you know, she won. And I said, you know something? You might thought you won because that person left me. But I don't have to deal with that shit no more. The shit that you had no idea about, I don't have to deal with that shit no more. This ain't the bash nobody none type of shit, but I don't have to deal with staying up wondering when you're coming home to see if you're really okay. I don't have to deal with the disrespect type of shit. I don't have to deal with a person telling me that they really want to be with me and they know behind they did not and didn't know how to say it. And people like sex. Sex is beautiful when it's done right. You know, but everybody can't tell that person I really love having sex. I know I'm married with you and I'm supposed to be in here with you, but I love sex. I love what she do for me or what he do for me. A lot of people can't say that. A lot of people cannot tell that person the fucking truth. Can you handle that shit? But then I couldn't handle it. 6 years ago, I couldn't handle that shit. I couldn't handle this shit 5 years ago. You know, now I can handle that shit. I can handle any motherfucking bang shit. I don't want to, you know. But if you tell the person that you are with, because sometimes you fall out of love. Sometimes you come across something different and rare. And you and your person, y'all said to thick thin. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even recall the damn vows. I said them vows in 2014, one damn time, I don't recall it. But whatever it is, whatever them damn vows are your vows. Pick your vows for you, because I still believe in love. I still believe in marriage, partnerships. I'm not doing the European way. We're gonna sign a goddamn contract. It's somebody out here for everybody. Oh, I know it's somebody out here for me. I'm just taking my time because I was in something for so long that he ain't gonna play in my face. It's too much of me. I done healed and went through too much to allow a person to think they're gonna take me back down here. I ain't doing the crazy stuff I done been up before. I ain't doing the crazy in love. None of that, honey. When I say it's gonna be healing on this end, and you come half healed or something, because if you ain't there, we ain't doing it. You know, I know they say I give people their space to grow. But it's just some stuff that you gotta have. You gotta want it for yourself. But don't ever say that you want to stay with somebody because of your children. I did that before. It's time to go there, baby. They'll have that out here, okay?